All right, now look, just because it is not summertime, that does not mean you cannot have some fire. Fire! Call 911. Some fire smoked ribs. Let's get into it.
Whipping up all of your favorite recipes.
Simply Food.
You should know by now that you're in for a treat.
Simply Food.
There's no other channel where you'd rather be.
Simply Food.
Seafood, pasta, cakes, and pies. Sing and laugh and even cry. Like and share and hit subscribe. Simply Food by TY.
All right, now look, today I'm finna make some ribs that I low-key don't even really feel like making. But you know what? My little brother and his best friend, we made a deal. They brought me over a burn barrel, and I decided that I would make them a slab of ribs. Now, to be quite frank, I don't really know if the level of work balances out with them dropping off a barrel and me making these damn ribs, but it's okay because as you can see, I got 3 slabs of St. Louis style ribs, pork ribs here, and they only getting 2 of these bastards because I'm going to keep one of them. Now, to keep this nice and simple, the only thing we really need to do is go in and we're going to remove the silver skin off of the back of these ribs. You don't want to keep this on here because for me, that just makes the ribs tough. And also by removing the silver skin off, it allows the ribs to kind of just really fall apart and just cook more evenly. And also the seasoning can kind of penetrate through on both sides if you remove it. So all you have to do is get yourself a paper towel. And it's typically really, really easy. Sometimes it'll give you a little bit of difficulty, but as long as you can get your finger under it right here, grab yourself a paper towel, put it under it, and then literally you just pull back. I like to start up at the top. It just makes it a lot easier. Sometimes, like I said, sometimes it'll give you problems, but that's okay. I also find it to be a lot easier if you get the ribs to like room temperature. The silver skin will kind of just pull right off. Sometimes when it's colder, it's a little bit more difficult. But now that I got a good little grip there, make sure it's fully under the paper towel. And literally just pull right on back. You want to take that all the way off. So I'm going to do that to all of my ribs to get these nice and cleaned up. And then when I come back, I'll show you what they look like after I've removed all of this. All right, now I'm going to be smoking my ribs today with the Heath Riles Pecan Rub. I love this rub. I just recently did this on a different recipe a few days ago. And I'm absolutely in love with this stuff. As you can see, I've gone in and I've trimmed down my ribs beautifully. I've cut them so that they're nice and evenly. I'm just going to show you how I'm going to do one of them, but just know I'm going to do the same process to all of them. To create a binder, I'm going to go in with just a little bit of yellow mustard. Do not feel like you have to go absolutely crazy because you do not. So just rub on the mustard like so. Boom, boom, pow. Make sure that you're covering all of the surfaces. And then clean hand. Open up that rub. When you put this on, do not rub it in. Literally just evenly sprinkle it on. That's all you have to do. So we're just going to go right across the top and do a nice even layer. I'm going to flip this over and I'm going to do the exact same thing to the other side as well. I'm telling y'all, this rub is spot on. I'm just going to pat it down like so. Flip this bad boy over. And that right there, that's a seasoned rib. So I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to go in with the mustard. Again, don't have to do too much. A little bit does go a long way. And if you're a person that doesn't like mustard, don't worry. It does not make it taste like mustard at all. And again, this is the reason why I like to go in and remove that silver skin, because this is also going to make sure that the backside of these ribs are properly seasoned as well. And now I'm just going to go right across with that exact same seasoning. And then I'm going to place these inside of the refrigerator and let these marinate for 1 hour. You don't have to do that. I'm just doing it because I have some errands to run. So I figured why not just let them kind of marinate while I'm out running my errands. I'm going to tap down the sides here, tap down the other sides here. And that right there, my friends, is a beautifully seasoned rack of ribs. So now, like I said, I'm going to place this in the refrigerator and let it sit out and let it do its thing until I come back, and then we will plop these bad boys in our smoker. And so now, like I said, now that I have these, fully coated up in that beautiful pecan rub, I'm going to place these bad boys in the fridge, let them marinate for about an hour or so. And just to show you guys, I'm going to be using the competition blend today in my smoker, and we're going to be setting this at 275. Alrighty, you guys, so my ribs have now been marinating for roughly about an hour and a half, and I always like to take them out of the fridge while the smoker itself is coming up to temp so that the ribs can kind of drop down in temperature a little bit. You never really want to put extremely cold meat into a hot surface or to cause the meat to kind of seize up, and you don't want that. All right, y'all, so my smoker is now reading at about 275. So I'm gonna go on ahead and start to add in my slabs of ribs. I'm gonna put them in one by one. Just look at how beautiful those look. Absolutely fabulous. And before I close this up, I'm gonna go in one more time and just give it a light dusting of the rub right across the top. Just like so, push it in. Right across the top. Push it in. This basket is hot. Push it in. I'm gonna close this bad boy up and we're gonna come out periodically and spritz it down with some apple juice. Right, y'all, so these bad boys have been in here now for about 2.5 hours or so. So let's open it up so we can give it a spritz. Oh my God. Do y'all see how beautiful? Look at how beautiful them damn ribs look. My God, on today. Look at them. Look at them. Look at them. Even. Just even. Look at them. Jesus. All right, so let's go in and give it a spritz with that apple juice. These ribs are looking absolutely incredible. So now we can go on ahead and pull these out of the smoker. We're gonna place them inside of an aluminum pan because now we're about to go to the next step. All right, y'all, so the next step is I'm gonna go in with this bourbon maple syrup that I found from Costco. We're just gonna drizzle some of that on the top. And don't be afraid, just go right on ahead and just drizzle that right across the top of those ribs. Just like so. Now, I'm not a fan of super saucy ribs, but the sauce that I will be going in today is the Tactic Calories Candy Apple Whiskey Barbecue, the Hot AF. This stuff right here is no joke. The regular candy apple is divine, but today I want a little bit of spice. So I'm gonna put some of this on and then rub that on. Just go right in, brush all of this right across the top like so, and then I'm gonna place this back inside of the smoker, but I'm gonna wrap this up with some aluminum foil for about the last hour. These have been going for about 3.5 hours at this point. Alrighty, you guys, so I'm gonna go in and check the oh, baby, these are going in like butter. Yeah, see, these are reading at 176, 175. It's literally just going in like butter, so I can tell that these are gonna just fall right off the bone. 180. These ribs are definitely ready to go. So I'm gonna go on ahead now, take the aluminum foil off so that that barbecue sauce can get kind of sticky, and then let it go for about another 15 minutes. And just like that, them babies are done, honey. I'm about to go take this over to my brother's house, and I'm gonna make him do the taste test. Let's go. Cook up. Oh yeah, all right, try one. Ain't had come off like butter.
Mm-hmm. She all right, Joe.
Ain't that dumb?
Mm-hmm.
They bomb.
God damn, cuz.